Hey everyone, Chase from iPort here. Today I'm excited to share with you about the all-new Connect mount and case products. Stay tuned for some more information on instructions and product details to follow. Before we jump into what's included with your product, I did want to take a second to note that the Connect mount system is a modular accessory that is accompanied by a Connect case. For more information on choosing the correct case for your iPad size, visit iPortProducts.com. Today I'm here to talk about the all-new Connect WedgeMount, a great way of attaching an iPad to a table, boardroom center, or any room control. Let's jump in and see what you get when you purchase a Connect WedgeMount. The iPort Connect WedgeMount comes with an info card with a link to the manual and this video to help you get started, an iPort security tool to help unlock the WedgeMount. The actual Connect mount itself contains a USB-C cable, a mounting bracket, Molex extension cable, and some security screws. WedgeMount is designed to be installed in two different fashions. You can permanently attach the WedgeMount to a table or a desk by using the provided wood screws. Marking the locations of each one of the holes, you can drill and then install the screws into the table, securing the WedgeMount. For today, we're going to do a non-permanent install using the provided rubber pads on the bottom of the WedgeMount. Install the rubber pads on the bottom of the WedgeMount as shown. Run the Molex connector through the front of the WedgeMount, giving yourself a little bit of slack. On the bottom of the WedgeMount is designed to run the cable two different ways. Firstly, you can drill a hole through a table and use a rubber grommet in order to have a nice clean install without seeing any cables. Secondly, we do provide a way of running the cable out the back of the WedgeMount, and to do so, remove the cable chase in the back, run your cable, making sure to attach the security retention first. To attach the WedgeMount to the security foot, first, hook the front of the WedgeMount to the front of the security foot and place down on the table. Use the provided iPort security tool, insert it into the side of the WedgeMount, turning clockwise to securely attach the WedgeMount to the foot. Once you've installed your bracket, take the Connect case and remove the provided electronics board. Set this aside and grab the included mounting bracket, snap that into place, and we'll move on to the next step. Next, take your Connect case, slide the Molex cable through the front of the case, and place onto the WedgeMount. Note that your case can be installed in portrait or landscape. When installing in portrait location, making sure that the top of the case is facing up for easy installation of your iPad. Take the provided screws, screw the case onto the WedgeMount. When choosing the orientation of your iPad, note when installing onto the mount that it is in a fixed orientation, either portrait or landscape. After installing the case onto the WedgeMount, we're going to attach the Molex cables. Make sure to line up the cables so the red leads are facing each other and secure the top of the Molex connection. Feed the cable down into the wire chase and secure the Molex connection underneath the mounting bracket. Remove the top of the case if not already done. Take your iPad, slide it into the case, making sure to avoid the cables and that you're securely attached to the USB-C connection. Install the top of the case halves, snapping into place, and using the same provided iPort security tool, insert it in the top of the case and rotate down towards the lock position, locking the case halves together. Alternately, with WedgeMount, you do have the option of mounting it on the wall. If you wanted to, simply mount the security foot onto the wall in your desired location. Take your WedgeMount, hook the top of it, slide down, and using your security tool, tighten the security locks on the sides. One thing to note when installing your iPad, The iPad can be installed in portrait or landscape orientations. If installing in a portrait location, install the iPad first onto the wedge mount. Install your wedge mount then onto the wall and tighten the security screws. Once you've secured the wedge mount onto the security foot, the following steps are the same. So that concludes the installation of your CONNECT WedgeMount system. Last thing you have to do is connect it to a USB-C to power the iPad.